Yeah. No, it's
Do you like?
Hey, take care of
I took people around.
Courtney. Let me get you a seat. Are you sure? Okay.
I don't think that was that was the advanced class, wasn't it?
No, we did makeup in the theater ones.
And then we move on to Michael. And we prep you to look dead, and we'll bag and tag you, and we'll do all that stuff. And
I gotta be in the body bag, like all zipped up.
well, we'll probably do some of that on the front end. When they come to see you, you're just in a sheet. So I was thinking that what they do is they would, we'd put you in the bag and unzip you. If they have one, we might not even do this, but they unzip you to take you out. What they're doing is get ready to prep you, you know, whatever, and then they put the tag on you. So then by the time she comes to see you, you're already laying in place with the tag on you, you know, that kind of stuff.
So when they identify my body, they're gonna like.
Basically, this is the shot I kept seeing. I'm going to be kind of like where we can tell there's a body laying with a sheet on it, and they open the door, and Khadijah and Jordan come from the distance, and they walk up, and the technician just pulls the sheet back, and Khadijah turns away, upset with Jordan, you know, and Jordan's upset, and that's it, you know, and then I may do one of these movements over you like this, you know, till we kind of get a good look at you, you know. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's short and sweet, but it's very important. It's key. And the tag on him. They put the sheet on him, and then we dip to the other things. We see other things happen in the film, and we come back to it, and they pull the sheet back. And instead of you being all wounded, your wounds are dressed, but you're ashy.
No.
Yeah, that's why
Oh,
she
I
got
don't go
sick.
there.
She was doing all that drinking.
After I went in this
without
swimming class and
Yeah.
saw them doing the cats, I didn't eat.
I think
You didn't eat
I didn't eat chicken. I didn't eat chicken for about 2 weeks.
It's not.
Yeah, we got peanut butter and jelly over here, little
Look, tits up.
Breakfast.
We got lunch right here.
That's what I want to get us some. Really?
Yeah. For their horror, they're doing a horror module. You want? Hey Scott, so if you give me one of those hats, I can't wear it right because I'd be impersonating an officer.
Not on purpose, but it just works out.
Even though this year, it may just be music.
three at the same time.
And they had some staff call in.
She said, "Don't ask." As we walked in, I said, "So y'all been busy or anything?" She says, "No, but don't ask." And then he brought his bag and the IV bag and the wires and everything.
It's all the stuff that had been hooked up to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they gave that stuff to us. So
Okay.
we just had to put him on a gurney and recreate that and take it from that point. So I guess really it would be, I think it's a one-shot take too.
Does he die?
He does, but he dies
Do you,
slowly.
Oh, he's coma guy. Yeah.
Coma
Yeah,
and then
right,
life
okay.
support disconnected. and all that. So there's like 3 phases to each of these. There are 2 phases to each of these guys. He's coming in, and you're like getting rid of all this and prepping him for, you know, he's stabilizing him, in which he'll eventually be put in the ICU. Or
Right,
in-
right, okay.
Directions from here to
so
Grapevines.
it's kind of a one-take deal because once they get you in there and clean you up, then you know that's it. So it's kind of like a miniature warm-up to May 3rd. So once I say action and we do it, we've got it. We can't redo it. It's a one-take thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's more pressure on me because I'll have to make sure that I get it right when I photograph it the first time when I'm filming. I'll get myself in the shot or a reflection or
Right,
a bad
right.
shadow or whatever. The reason why is because I don't want to ask Karen to recreate this because
Sure.
you're going to be cleaning it back up. But if we run into a devastating snafu, we might have to do a little bit more. But that would be my preference, is to try to get it on one take for y'all and for the convenience of everything else.
Okay.
And then, so once he's done with that, we're done with him. And what I wanted to do with Michael to begin with is that, and I don't know, again, you'll have to educate me because I tend to go a little bit more Hollywood than I should,
That's
I guess.
that's
you know.
that's good.
You know, yeah, Scott, I had officers turning their back to people in their vehicles, and they'd never do that, you know, in a movie.
Oh, right.
In a movie, you know, so I could get it blocked right. But I would like for Michael to be arriving for the first time in the body bag, if you have one. I don't know if you have a body bag, or just put a sheet over him. Okay, put him in a body bag. So this is the first time we're seeing him arriving at the hospital. Basically, what you're doing, you're taking him out and cleaning him up and putting the tag on him. That's it. And then that's a cut. And then we'll put him on the table and have Khadijah and Jordan come in and just technician. I don't know if it's you or whoever, just pull it back and they see him and they react, and that's it. So these are kind of silent. They're not a whole lot of acting as words, just more reacting, but in those phases. So, and what this does is this is at the end of the film where we're kind of seeing the fate of what happened.
Cutting clothes off or no cutting clothes off?
Well, with Brant,
Yeah.
He's gonna need well, no, I guess that
He
would,
needs those for the rest of the party scene.
that's right,
Yeah.
that's right. I was gonna say
We'll
for
just,
the,
we'll
for
just
the rec,
lift it
he's
up
on the rec, yeah.
and put him on the monitor and all
Yeah,
that.
and that's why they didn't already cut it, because they were gonna do the same thing last night.
Oh.
Because we shot the part that connects to this, where he got pulled out of the
Oh.
vehicle, and they put him on the gurney and tried to save him, and said, oh no, gotta get him to the hospital, you know?
Okay. You
So,
know, we like.
we'll just leave it, if you want to, we'll go ahead and put it where it was, when they had it on the scene, they had it up about this, but you
Yeah.
can take it off as part of the action, as part of the whole movement.
No, we'll leave it on, because then what we'll do is hook him up to our monitor and just leave these pads on.
Okay, all right.
Is that what, did that answer your question?
You want the shirt
shot.
off?
Yes,
I mean, he
I
can
want the
just-
shirt up.
Okay, up, okay.
Can we do up?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
and they could have
Okay.
already taken your other one off,
Okay.
so, I mean,
Yeah. Always here in every
Oh.
background, they must be generic.
Okay, alcohol poisoning? So, and you found him at a party? Where'd we find you, Brant? Where'd we pick you up?
I'm in the back of a car.
took him out of
They
the
were gonna
party.
drive me.
Took him out of the party?
Okay, that's good. I think that's good. That's great, Melissa.
Okay.
I think that's gonna work just fantastic.
17-year-old male here that was been drinking at a party, and apparently they found him unresponsive. And they put him in a car, was heading to the hospital. They called 911. We met him about halfway. En route, we was getting ready to attempt to intubate him when he started throwing up. So he's having some difficulty breathing right now.
Okay. If you'll keep bagging him for me, please.
So what's the story again?
17-year-old was at a party, been drinking all night. They found him unresponsive. And his friends scooped him up, was headed to the hospital, and we met him about halfway.
Step up a little bit more, Melissa. All right, and action.
Hey guys, we're gonna go to room 102, trauma 102. We need to get down here.
We got
What you got going on with?
we got a 17-year-old here that was at a party. His buddies said
To your knowledge, no other trauma?
no trauma.
Just
They said,
alcohol?
yeah, they said they were just sitting around partying,
Okay.
a lot of drinking. They found him in the other room unconscious.
Okay.
You started the line over there?
Y'all
It's
got
got a
blood?
line over here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna check placement of the tube.
Can we call X-ray and respiratory?
So what'd you think? How'd you feel about that one?
How'd y'all feel?
That one was better.
It was
You wanna
better.
do
It was better.
three times the charm?
What do y'all think?
We just want
I
it to
think
come
it's
off good
pretty-
for you guys.
Yeah, I can do one. I can change a setting and do one with a different setting just to make sure that I don't have any additional dark spots, because the lighting is pretty even. But sometimes I come in and it kind of gets dark at some point. So I would like to change my setting and just do one more with that setting, and then I'll have three.
In
Two
this
dark.
room, or do you want the whole hallway thing?
The whole
too?
hallway thing,
Okay.
yeah, from the beginning. Yeah, that's okay.
Take 4.
Okay, and action.
Hey guys, we're gonna go to trauma room 102.
All right.
We need to get down there so he's not breathing
No,
on his
he's not.
own.
He started throwing up on us outside the doors there.
No trauma that we're aware
No
of?
problem. They said they were just sitting around drinking and having a good time. Next thing you know, he was unconscious.
Actually, while we're prepping him for the ICU, we could knock out the scene where the mother shows up and you kind of freak her on what's
Good
happening.
thing you don't have hair on your chest
Yeah,
yet.
knock that out too.
Or did you shave
I
it?
just didn't know if you needed to be with him the whole time or
Brandon, you wanna sit up?
I'm afraid it's
Get a rest?
is it just too normal?
Oh, that's
I
a
mean,
lot.
Does it need a brain matter or what?
Oh, look at that.
I did not know there was that much.
You're nasty.
Wrap around the neck.
Yes, the police officer called me and told me my son is here.
What's your son's name, ma'am?
Brant Taylor.
Oh, Mrs. Taylor, hi, my name's Melissa, I'm one of the trauma nurses here.
Is he okay? Is my son okay?
He's very critical. He's very critical. He came in, he was not breathing on his own, so we had to put a tube.
Yes, I just got a phone call that my son is here.
Yeah, ma'am, what's your son's name?
Brant Taylor.
Miss Taylor, hi, I'm a nurse here at Northeast Dallas.
Is my son okay?
He's not okay. He's very in a critical condition. The fire
He's
department.
gonna be okay though, right?
I don't know, Mrs. Taylor. I honestly don't know. Like I said, he's
Can I
very,
see
very
him?
critical. Yes, you can see him.
And action.
Yes, the police called and told me my son's here.
What's your son's name, ma'am?
Brant Taylor.
Miss Taylor, I'm a nurse here at Methodist Dallas. He's in critical condition. The fire department brought him in. He was not breathing on his own. He's got a.
So let's do it again, just like that, okay? Awesome.
Great. Let's do it again.
Okay,
Yeah.
you
It's
were-
your birthday. Let's
That's
do
his
it.
favorite.
you had to do something. You had to really do something, didn't you? Okay, that's okay. That's okay. All right, and action.
Yes, I'm sorry, supposed to be here, the police called.
Ma'am, what's your son's name?
Brent Taylor.
Miss Taylor, Melissa, I'm in our Methodist house here.
Okay, Melissa, we're gonna do what we call a safety, which is a second take.
It means perfect, but one more time.
Yeah, it means that we have a backup in case there's something wrong with it, technically, that we can control.
Okay.
It's called a safety, so we're just gonna try to get one more, just like that, and then we're done.
Okay.
Okay, action.
Yes, I need to see my son. The police called and said he's here.
What's your son's name, ma'am?
Brent Taylor.
You're right.
Reality.
You would check out, you know, it would be like, oh, he would be your focus. But something happens right after this in another part of the film, so time's gonna separate us from this part. So it's gonna make sense that obviously you made arrangements because now you're bedside with him and you have been for hours. And so that would explain why she's not there, because I think that'd be a little too traumatic for her age. So this is great. This is good. Okay, Melissa, the only thing is I want to see you, so I got to put this hair over your, yeah. Because when y'all were looking at each other, I could,
All you
I
saw
could-
was hair.
yeah.
Sorry.
Okay,
I prefer that actually.
good. Well, I know you would, but you're
Okay,
beautiful.
I
I want to
got it,
see you
yeah,
in this
thanks,
movie.
thanks.
So, okay, so
okay.
that's great. I just had a couple of audio levels. Sir, you did awesome. Okay. Now,
I didn't
all
even notice him walking through.
Now, all I need you to do is stay a little closer to the edge so I can see you the whole time. So, well, what I'm saying is when you walk through, once you pass by Miss Taylor, stay close to this wall.
I got you. I can do that.
Who is your audience?
I mean, you may have a backup career in acting. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, sir. I know it wasn't much, but it was a lot for us, okay?
Y'all gonna have
I'll bring it to you, okay?
We're trying to figure out how to hook it
Because
to
we
the
tubed
ventilator.
him when he came in. He
Oh,
hasn't
okay.
gotten better.
Okay.
He's pretty much gotten worse, so he still needs the airway, but it doesn't look real when it's just sticking up out of his
Sticking up
mouth.
out of his
you know,
mouth,
it's connected to.
So this would be in his mouth like this,
Yes.
Yeah.
and this is this.
That's
needs-
connected
Can't you just
to
put a
this.
hose on it and that's
That's,
it?
well, we have to.
We're not going to see this machine,
Okay.
so the hose would come off camera.
I'm trying to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that? That
another
look,
camera, right?
if not enough
It
of
looks
it.
better on the other side just because you can see it's just about blocking his face without.
I'll put it in the middle. What do we have?
Well,
On each side.
wait. Yeah, yes.
No.
Right, if you can get it right there.
Then kind of turn it just a little bit. We can almost see his name. Turn it towards us.
The nurses.
You're gonna go ahead and send some of them off.
Get them
I'm
done.
talking about them.
Shoot across and get some other shots of Courtney. Okay, Courtney.
Move your bangs a little bit, baby.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. See how you're doing that right there? Keep that. Okay, good.
Take a breath.
Look down this direction towards. There you go. Gives Courtney a place to come right here, right? Or oh, she's got her in the lap. Okay, good. Good to see that.
She could, if she wanted, she could get in that.
You're getting her to sign this way.
Okay.
Yeah. If you step back, and I think Courtney and them could even be down this way.
Okay, yeah.
Courtney, slide the chair down this way. Let me just get this. Wow. Okay, let me get. Okay, Courtney, just Avery, just a tad bit longer here, so I can get a close up. Okay, of you ladies. Okay. Here we go. And action.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like coming out the
yeah.
nose.
Chapter 25, take 9.
Okay. All right, stand by. Here we go. And action. Good. Keep going. Like you're opening it up all the way. Good. Okay, cut. And cut. And you just lead them up to it, and you just basically pull the sheet back, and that's it.
Okay.
Okay? And then, of course, Khadijah will work on what you and Jordan's reaction is several times, okay? That's pretty much it. Okay? But right now, all I need to do is get a shot of his toe being tagged.
Close your eyes.
Excuse me again.
I think that this one here closest
This
to
one?
you would be good. Michael, stick your feet straight up in the air. There you go.
That's like unnatural for me though.
Well, I think,
Well,
remember
you're
Rick and
dead,
Morty.
you don't care.
Right there is what I was thinking. So let's see how that looks when you put it on.
Okay.
I'm not rolling. I just want to see. School scenes you were doing were just cake compared to this.
Really?
Well,
Now this is cake, don't.
yeah, now this is cake, don't
Yeah, brooch.
Colin,
It says 4 minutes.
I almost called you Ryan. Sorry.
That's all right.
That's good. Yeah, I think in the long run we'll be able to tell the whole time you're tying it. That's just Durham.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Are you okay?
What the flying?
And that was good though.
I know.
It was so
You okay? Okay.
That was the best reaction from you until the
Room number 3.
Do you do a blooper episode?
Yes, we do.
No. 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 I can't. I can't.
Sorry, Melissa.
That's not funny.
We had planted that.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay.
Then just get scared on the inside.
Did it start on you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's good.
I was watching
You didn't say anything nasty.
We could have probably tipped you
I
off,
usually
but
have Tourette's when I get really scared.
we should have tipped you off. Sorry.
That was great.
That was great. That's a freak.
Hey, that's how good you are, Melissa. You didn't even say it.
All right, that's a wrap on that. Okay, that's good. All right, thank you, Michael. Great job.